Hey everyone, this is PrinceBrightstar, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. So, last time we learned that we need to do a little bit of reflection here as to everything that's going on. Obviously, with Zenos still alive, this is going to be problematic here. So, let's go ahead and take a seat at the table, and let's see what's going on. Once again, upon sitting at the table, several cutscenes will play in sequence, and I certainly do have enough time set aside this time. Interesting. So this Tsukuyomi was summoned in much the same manner as Susanoo, via the medium of a sacred relic. That's right. They believe their gods, or kami, reside in physical objects. Given the danger they represent, it may behoove us to begin a catalog of such relics. But if we are to contain the threat, we will require a better understanding of the summoning method itself. I believe I shall pay a visit to Doma, and learn what I can on the subject. A fine idea, and I know for a fact that our friends in Doma would be grateful for any information which could help to prevent further summoning in the region. I will pen you a letter of introduction. Lord Heian will wish to welcome our resident expert on aetherology. Greetings. Could it be that I'm in time for tea? It certainly looks that way. Come on, sit down and tell us how your investigations went. After you left, I went about questioning Bloodhouse graveskeepers. They all told much the same story. Once Lise and her officers had confirmed Zenos dead, his corpse was interred under strict supervision. There seems little reason to doubt their testimony on that point, but when I mentioned the defacement of Zenos' grave, accounts grew rather more vague. None reported having seen any suspicious persons in the vicinity, and all assumed that act to have been perpetrated by a vengeful Alamegan. Crucially, however, I was able to confirm that when the offending skull was removed, as per Lisa's instruction, no one involved thought to check the contents of the coffin. By that stage, 'tis like that the corpse was already missing. Assuming Zenos has not, in fact, risen from the dead, we are left with two possibilities. Either the body was disposed of to lend credence to the claims of an extremely committed impostor, or an Ascian has taken up residence within it. If Asahi was as fervent as devotee as you believe, he would not have been fooled by an impersonation, however committed. We must assume that we are dealing with an Ascian, and proceed accordingly. Agreed. The question is, how many more such monsters are waiting for Alphinaud and Garlemald? Their presence with his chief was his chief reason for going. He understood the risks. I only hope he did not underestimate the extent of the infestation. Meanwhile, on the Imperial Hypersonic Assault Craft, L-25. Master Alphinaud, we are making good speed towards our destination. Is aught amiss? Nay, 'tis just I can see naught from my cabin, and was curious to know the land over which we flew. Ah, I am afraid our military crafts are built with little thought for such niceties. I am happy to indulge your curiosity, however. We are presently passing over the burn on the western edge of Althar. Even with the benefit of a porthole, your gaze would have been greeted with naught but malms upon malms of lifeless earth. I have read something of the burn. It was described as a desolate wasteland, bled dry of every last drop of ether. It is believed that a succession of icon summonings was responsible. When Emperor Solus first came to Authard and beheld this blight, he is said to have reeled at the scale of the devastation. He declared icons a threat to our very star's existence, and issued an empire-wide decree ordering the eradication of all such entities. Report. How do you say that without any vowels? Oh, that's not a name. Okay. We're under attack, sir. Magitech armor. No visible designation. Magitech? But who? Ah! Oh, was it that guy we saw before? All cannons, return fire. Damage report. The one I'm thinking is Estinian. The main reactor's been hit. Helm unresponsive. We're going down, sir. Damn it. They knew exactly where to hit us. All hands, brace for impact. Well, this isn't good. Alpha No's gonna be trapped within Garlemald. I just hope he remembers to use his Link Pearl, if he has one. Glad to have you back, Master Alphino. We have landed in one piece, more or less. But the air filtration system is damaged, and the ship is filling with smoke. We must gather the survivors and get out while we still can. Aye. Duty calls. Commence battle for Emissary of the Dawn? What? But we're not there. What in the world? Master Alphino, might I ask you to search for survivors? I will see to our injured helmsman. Okay. We're playing as Alphino! Sheesh. Role-playing. Experiencing what it is like to be someone else. Okay, and obviously I can't use my normal actions here, so I've got Ruin 3, Physic, and Tri-Shackle. And then Limit Break of Starstorm. the game's even been set to roleplay mode here. Okay! Square Enix made no mention that this was going to happen! This is a complete surprise! Alright. Alright, let's search for survivors, then. There doesn't seem to be anybody out here. Unless we're talking about... No, going over here is not going to work, so... I'm not really sure what they're talking about, searching for survivors. I don't see anyone. Oh, what about right here? Is there somebody here? Okay, destroy the airship wreckage. Okay, here we go. We have to heal them up now. My thanks. I don't think I would have made it. Yes, you very likely saved his life. The question of who would try to take it remains, however. Put these last few out of their misery. The prince wishes none left alive. The prince? They've not come to parley, I fear. Ready your weapons. Ah, here we go. Combat. Had I known that this was going to happen, I would have set up my my mouse over macro for physic. Actually, do I have that? Let me see. User macros. Physic. Here we go. Oh, but that's the wrong physic, apparently. Oh boy. So there's something special about Alpha No's physic then that I can't even use a mouse over action for. Who are all these? Confound it. Not here. Not like this. Who in the Emperor's name? Enemies of our enemies. Introductions can wait. You are calm in a crisis, Master Alpha No. Let us finish this then. Alright, here we go. This seems to be going fairly straightforward here. Where have I seen that before? The Emperor, the man, is a fiend. Cross formation. Deploy restraints. We want to break this guy out. And let's also take a look at this limit break at this point. Nice one! If I didn't know any better, I would have said that was Meteor. Alright, duty complete. My thanks. Your intervention proved most timely. Well, well, I did not think to meet an Eorzean in this place, let alone a Scion. You know of me, sir? I have some small history with your order. But I would speak of the present. Know you your assailants, and the severity of your predicament. The soldiers bore the insignia of the Emperor's personal guard, and I could venture a guess as to their motive, but you yet have us at a disadvantage, sir. Will you not tell us who you are? Our names are not for your asking. And as for our purpose, let this be your answer. An Ascian mask? The face of our prey. We must away before more arrive. Come with us or stay, but make your choice now. Even should we manage the long trek out of the burn and secure passage to the capital, we would no doubt be greeted by the Emperor's guard. Indeed, we accept your gracious offer, Shadow Hunter will suffice for the present. Come. So, he's got a lot of masks on him, then. Something about that mask? Actually, that did look kind of familiar. This is intolerable. But as much as I wish it were otherwise, there's nothing we can do for Alphino now but pray for his success. Well, that is not entirely true. While your brother journeys to Garlemald from the east, I could make my way there from Alamigo and find out what there is to be learned in the Empire's western provinces. Then I'm coming with you. I can't very well sit here sipping tea if there's action to be taken. Forgive me, Alice, but the provinces are hostile territory, and stealth is all important. It is safer that I go alone. I can sneak well enough when the situation demands it. Don't patronize me. I'll go with him. And how exactly would that be any better? Well, I am studied in the ways of the ninja. I must refuse your company as well, my friend. Formidable though you are, the success of my mission depends on moving unnoticed. And lest you forget, you have grown rather famous. I trust you understand. Fine. Just promise you'll be careful. Alright. It seems that praying is to be the extent of my contribution after all. But I will stay behind, as I have been bid. We all have our talents, and mine just happens to involve a silver tongue and soft souls. I promise to send word the moment I learn aught of consequence. See that you notify me too. I mean to depart for Domus as soon as I find a suitable East Aldenar vessel to bear me thither. But I shall return if I am needed. Be sure to drop in whenever you're next in the area, Prince. With any luck, I'll have a painfully detailed report from Alphanos to share. So we have learned the emote Ponder. And with that, the main scenario quest is now complete, at least for now, when it comes to Final Fantasy XIV. So, with that, we are now going to make our way over to the Far East, over to Tamamizu, to join the Kojin, for they have a quest to unlock a dungeon. Here we are. And that quest appears to be right here. A pleasure as ever to see you, my friend. What that I could say the same for Soroban. He has yet to return to Tamamizu, so I can only assume he is still busy undergoing Gimbu's rigorous training. Hello, Prince? Is my link pearl working? So unreliably, these little things. I'm going to pay a visit to Reason Temple to see Soroban. Give him a treat to keep his spirits up. If you're available, you should come too. I hope you haven't forgotten how to get there, but in case you have, look for the cute animal trying not to look like a guard on duty in the middle of the volcanic island. I was, of course, not privy to your conversation just now, but on the off chance you are bound for Reason Temple, give Soroban and Gembu my regards. Alright, so that is going to take us to the south. here we are. Oh, well met, brave adventurer. You are come alone this day? What of the urchin girl I recall nipping at your heels? That's Tataru! 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 And I'll thank you not to forget it, or else you'll get no takoyaki from me! Oh my, that would be most unfortunate. My sincerest apologies. I shall endeavor to remember little urchin Tataru. Of course, your name is... I will not soon forget, for you saved my dear friend Byakko from descending into madness. It is good that you are here, Prince. Soroban has made great strides in his training. It is true. But I believe we need consider more drastic methods. Though he is not without potential, Soroban, as he is, simply lacks divinity. Should we carry on as we are, he may not be ready when we have need of his strength. As with Byakko before, there will come a time when we must confront Seiryu and Suzaku, and quell the raging Aramitama within them. Accordingly, we must use every means at our disposal, no matter how dangerous, to ensure we are prepared. No matter how dangerous? What exactly did you have in mind? Oh, there is no need for fearful trembling or withdrawing into one's shell. All I would have you do is open a box. Oh, is that all? Well, I've opened my fair share of boxes. But know that it is no ordinary box you must open. It is a Tamaete Bako of geomancy, a sacred vessel which harbors the very power of time itself. And yet you say there is no need for fearful trembling? This box sounds terribly dangerous. To what end would you have me open it? That you may bathe in its temporal magics and age 1,000 years in an instant, that you may undergo the change and become an auspice, albeit under the magics until the magics dissipate. You would have me become an auspice like the Four Lords? Hold on, Prince. Didn't you come across one of these Tamaete Bako in Shisui of the Violet Tides? You did, didn't you? I am aware of similar relics in the possession of the Rayan. However, their magics alter only the appearance of those exposed. A mummer's trick, a glamour. Altogether unlike the phenomenal power of the Tamaete Bako we seek. Know that this is no legend, but incontrovertible truth, for the one who created the Tamaete Bako of geomancy was a fellow auspice. Like many of us, he had lived long enough to see comrades become consumed by the Aramitama, see them descend into madness and lay waste to the lands they had sworn to protect. And, like many of us, he had had no choice but to put an end to their rampages. This auspice knew full well what he was destined to share the fate. And so, before he too fell from grace, he resolved to craft the Tamaete Bako of geomancy, and when his work was completed, he bathed in its magics until he was no more. By the Kami, he chose to die while his mind was still his own. I don't know what to say. Once the true potential of the box was understood, that it could bring death to an auspice, it was decided that it should be placed under lock and key in the Swallow's compass, until we had need of it. However, the Grand Mausoleum of King Ganon has been abandoned to the Shikigami, forever bound to its halls as guardians, and only a warrior of surpassing strength can hope to overcome their trials. Steel yourself, Soroban, until the moment Prince returns with the Tamete Bako of Geomancy. You must train like you have never trained before. Yes, of course. Alright, so we need to head over to Yangsha now. So that's going to take us to Namai and then to the southwest. Actually, wait a minute. Maybe the Doman Enclave will be closer. So we're going to hop aboard the ferry here, and that should bring us pretty close to where it is. Okay, it's right over here. Oh hey, you've made it. Finally. I've only been waiting here forever and a day. But hey, it's not like we got a potential calamity to worry about or anything. Anyway, I've already taken care of the ward sealing the tomb's entrance, so you're free to go in and get the box. But whatever you do, don't open it. Ah, and one more thing. I'll wager they told you about the Shikigami, but forgot to mention that the box itself is guarded by one of us. A tough bugger and a half. But you're a pretty tough bugger yourself, eh? You gave Byakko what for, after all. Just don't say I didn't warn you. Alright, the Swallow's Compass is now accessible. Let's go ahead and queue up. And here we go. Alright, we are headed inside. Let's see what this dungeon is like. Alright, here we go. So we need to take down all the wards, it looks like. Alright, that takes care of the first ward. There's the second one. I got some kind of marker on me. Alright, that does it. Moving on to whatever we got in the center here. Looks like another Tengu, or an Otengu as they're listed here. Now they keep mentioning Geomancer. Geomancer is a class from other games in the Final Fantasy series, so kind of makes me wonder if that's going to happen at some point, if we're going to become Geomancers as a class. Or rather, unlock it. So far, a fairly straightforward boss, aside from the fires that are going out. Almost have them down. There we go. Moving on. Alright, and let's see what we got for gear. I'll take that. Let's take this to the end. Right at the end there, huh? Alright. Let's keep moving. Alright. Very good group. Seems we're up in the mountains now. And this appears to be the second boss. Like just I don't know what to call this thing. Does not appear to be repositionable. Okay, got it. He doesn't have any, or he has very... No, actually, that one's... Well, it seemed like he wasn't going to have any tail lines there, but he just did, so... guessing we gotta stay outside of that there. Alright, I believe this puddle in the middle is going to be the soft enrage. So we gotta finish this guy quick. Oh no, it disappeared. Alright. There's a lot of gear that's dropping in here. Alright, we ride on the wind. We have to be getting pretty close. Alright, this looks like it's gonna be it. After this little mini-boss here. Sorry if I didn't see this for a while here. Omega, good, I'm loving it. Alright, looks like this is the final boss coming up. Yeah, I can't wait for the 24-man. I'm probably going to be looking at that on the next episode. Because I got Beast Tribes lined up for the rest of today. And that appears to be our Goku look-alike. Alright, let's do this. Goku, Journey to the West. Look-alike. I can't remember what his actual name is. Both ends. Oh, I see now. There's just a little tiny bit of space in there. I can't tell if they are sharing the same HP or not. Actually, no, I don't think they are. Alright, that takes care of one of them. Guy keeps jumping around. Alright, let's see what we got for gear. That's for a rogue or ninja. Alright, let's get out of here. And now we are headed back to Genbu. Yes, down there. So, Tamamizu. I'm kind of surprised that they don't just teleport you back once you're done. I mean, they were able to do that in the main scenario quest this time. So, maybe it's something that they still have to think about how they want to do or something. But that was a really good dungeon. Trying to think. I wouldn't say that it's my favorite, but I'd say it's probably top 5 or something right now. Alright, let's head on inside. You are returned, and with the Tamete Bako of Geomancy, I gather? Here you go. Very good, very good. Of course, there was no need to fear for the well-being of the warrior who faced my brother Byakko and lived. Let's brook no further delay, and make ready for this next stage of Soroban's training. Listen well, everyone, for the magics we are about to unleash are ancient and terrifying. It is exceedingly dangerous, especially for Soroban. I wish you would stop saying that. Be at ease, Soroban. Byakko will devote his energies to maintaining the wards on Koryu's prison while we are occupied. Should you be indisposed for a time, we will manage. And I've been secretly practicing my Arcanima in preparation for a time like this, so don't worry. No matter what happens, we'll be ready. After all, we've each got to do our part if we're going to claim the fabulous riches. I mean, if we're going to save the Ruby Sea from certain doom. Her enthusiasm notwithstanding, I expect we will need to turn to you should this training go awry. Take a moment to see to your equipment and let me know when you're ready to begin. Okay, so we have a duty. We should be good to go here. Everything is in order? Then let us begin. Now remember, Soroban, once opened, the box will spew forth smoke. Remain still and let it wash over you. Surrender to the magic and let it transform you into an auspice. And you are certain this will be temporary? As honored as I would be to join your ranks, I fear I am too young to be so old. Come, you lot. Let us retreat to a safer distance. Uh-huh. It's a fake. I knew it. Gosh, what a waste of time. There had better be some treasure or something interesting inside. Foolish urchin! Was that really necessary? You couldn't just ask me to move nicely? What? What's that look for? Is there something on my face? No, but you've got a few more wrinkles. my face, my beautiful face. It feels like alligator leather left in the sun. Get a hold of yourself, child. You have been aged, nothing more. Be grateful you were not exposed longer, or you would have surely died. I may as well be dead already. I can't bear to go on like this. Did I not tell you before that the magic is fleeting? You need only endure it for a moment. All will be as it was. There you go. Bah, so preoccupied with the urchin I have been that I completely forgot about Sorbonne. I hope he has not been overexposed to the magic. If he has been aged to excess, his Aramitama may already be... Yeah, duty calls. Well, that answers that. On your guard. I'm afraid he means to kill us all. He bathed in the Tamete Bako's magic for far longer than the urchin, and so I expect he will not return to normal so quickly. In fact, I dare say he will retain this form long enough to destroy the temple if we do not subdue him. Shazam! With me, Prince Urchin. Hold nothing back. Alright, here we go. Evidently. I was wondering if this was going to happen. Apparently Tataru's carbuncle has deserted her again. This is something that came up back in the main scenario quests way back. Hey Genbu, why don't you lock him up in inside of a cage or something? Or I guess you could use it to protect us. Let me blow them up for you. That's a weird mark to be using to say stack. Here come rapids! This is definitely a good fight, keeps you moving. About 30% left. Get the sense that the pattern's repeating from here. Alright, Tataru, let's see what we can do to help you out. It doesn't seem like that much, actually. Shouldn't have to go too much longer here on this. This should be the last few attacks here. Looks like we did it. Just out of curiosity, Gimbu, why didn't your friends help out? What happened? Why do you all look so exhausted? Oh, my dear Soroban, I knew you had potential, but it would seem I grossly underestimated your capacity for chaos. In any case, despite this unexpected turn of events, I should like to declare this training session a success. Let's take a moment... I think that's a typo. Let's take a moment to collect ourselves. Alright, Gimbu. Truth be told, this comes as a relief. Though Soroban's present strength pales in comparison to that of Byakko and myself, we now know for certain that his potential is extraordinary. I struggle to believe I could ever wield such power. All who are strong were once weak, Soroban. I am no exception. Until I met Tenzin, I was no more than the floundering turtle you see before you. You never did tell us how you fell in with him. Ah, well, if you wish to know the details. Long, long ago, when I had lived 100 or so years and had only just begun to become something more, I received my first vision. A terrible calamity, one that would claim the lives of countless innocents, was imminent. But what was a little turtle to do? For while I had seen the future with crystal clarity, I was powerless to stop it. I could but look on, helpless, as cities burned and men died. So it was for centuries until one day. After 500 years, I had grown stronger, more reckless. I believed I could make a difference. So when I foresaw a landslide that would bury a nearby village, I ventured forth to warn the people. Alas, while they were quick to discern I was no common animal, they could make no sense of my panicked flailings. To them I was a queer dancing turtle, a source of considerable amusement, for I knew not the words of men, and so my wailings fell on deaf ears. It would be no different. Yet again they would die. The people had turned and walked away, bored with the fleeting amusement. With a heart fit to burst with sorrow and despair, I made to quit the village. Just then I heard a voice kind and gentle. "Little one, you look troubled. Tell me what burdens you so." Though I knew he was addressing me, I doubted he would understand. Still, I told him of my vision, of the landslide I knew would bury the village, and everyone in it, and my vain attempts to warn them. "Your kindness is only surpassed by your bravery, little one. Fear not, I, Tenzin, and my comrade Byakko shall act in your stead." As Tenzin drew his sword, a great white tiger emerged from the wilds. "Shall we give them a show?" he whispered to the beast, which inclined its massive head ever so slightly in response. They then ran into the center of the village and began to fight as if they were bitter enemies intent on killing one another. blade and fang flashing, too fast for the eye to follow. The two broke apart for an instant, and Tenzin bellowed, "Hearken to me! This white demon thirsts for the blood of man. If you value your lives, flee this place. Seek shelter in the next village." Needless to say, the bewildered villagers gathered up whatever that was at hand, and ran screaming, too terrified to even look back. As the three of us watched them go, I heard the white demon mutter, "You know full well I have not tasted man-flesh once." The village was later destroyed in a landslide, as I had foreseen, but for the first time I had managed to make a difference. Thereafter, we became traveling companions and close friends. I shared with them my visions, and together we labored to save those that we could. On the eve of what may perhaps be the greatest calamity I had ever foreseen, I feel Tenzin's absence keenly. Nevertheless, we must carry on. You may not have him, but you've got Prince, and you know he's no slouch. Oh ho! Indeed I do, and for this blessing we are grateful beyond measure. Right then, Sorbonne, we must resume your training at once, ere we forget the lessons of your time as an auspice. Yes, of course. Getting back to it, in that case I should return to the mountain of paperwork in Kugani I've been doing my best to ignore. Oh, and Sorbonne, I left the takoyaki with Kama Itachi for safekeeping. You're not to get any until you've earned it. When next we call upon you, Prince, I expect it will be to deal with one of my comrades. Shirk not your own training, for it will not be easy. Under these circumstances, I do not think I will have time to return to Tamamizu for even a short spell, if you would be so kind as to inform the Elder. Alright, let's make our way back there. A pleasure, Prince. Did you have the chance to visit with Sorbonne? How fares he with his training? Extraordinary. He has always been diligent and hard-working, but even so, to think he is blessed with such incredible potential, I cannot help but wonder who else among us might be possessed of similar abilities. Yet I understand his trepidation. With great power comes great responsibility, as is often said. We may need to keep a closer eye on him to ensure he does not succumb to fear and attempt to flee his training. Alright, so... Oh, hey, we got new potions here. Super Potion or Super Ether. I'm gonna go with the Super Potion. Alright, so... Now... up next we have the Beast Tribes. And for that, we need to... make our way over to Yangsha. Actually, let's start with Nomai and see where this thing actually is. Similar to last time, there's a series of quests that need to be completed in order to unlock the Beast Tribe. So let's see, we are looking for 30 by 18, so 30 by 18, looks like that's going to be in town here. Oh, actually it might be marked. Yeah, I believe this is the one here. Let me just see here real quick. Sadly, I don't have anybody that will be, or any classes that will be able to take advantage of the experience here. Oh well. I do not recall having seen you before. Would you happen to be a traveler? If so, may I request some of your time? Have you heard of the Lupin? They are a race that appears to be half man, half wolf, and are known for their skill in combat. They have long served the King of Doma. However, when Doma fell to the Empire, many of them were conscripted into the Imperial Army. Those who refused were forced to live out their lives as bandits. There is one family of Lupin that have called Namai their home for many a generation. They have acted as the village's protectors on countless occasions. We could not have survived without their aid. Their current oldest son has been the family's backbone up until he was until he too was forced to enlist. Only the mother and her younger son remain now. The whole village expected their youngest to pick up where his brother left off. Sadly, he turned out to be one of the weakest Lupin I have ever seen. He has been unable to help the village in any way, much less protect it. The ferocious appetite his kind possessed was looked upon kindly back when they kept the village safe, but people are not so understanding when the Lupin give back nothing in return. Even so, considering he spends most of his time looking after his sickly mother, I do not believe he is deserving of the village's ire. Assuming you are not just passing through, would you be willing to help the young Lupin? My thanks. The boy I would have you help is named Kurobana. He lives up on the hill to the west. Alright. So it's nice that they did mark them. Or rather, they did mark the quest, rather. Let's see. Do you have business with me? Ah, the old man put you up to this. He certainly enjoys meddling in the affairs of others. It is as he says, I am not much of a fighter. My bite is as soft as a Moogle's. Of course, I would love to protect the village just like my brother, but there is a reason he was conscripted and not I. The only thing I am good at is gathering herbs for my mother. I spend the rest of my time trying not to get in the way of the other villagers. At any rate, if you have no further business with me, I must head off to grind some herbs to make Mother's medicine. Kurobana could do with a confidence boost. Try to rally his spirits. Alright, then let us use Rally. I have no idea why you're so interested in me, but fine. I shall do battle with one of the nearby beasts if that will satisfy you. That is not to say I will prove Fukudo wrong. I am merely doing this to show you that you should not have expected aught of me. Alright, let's find out where they went. To the southeast, it looks like. Here we are. And we need to give them a hand. Alright, before we talk to him, one thing I did find out about recently here. So they did make additions to the menu here about enabling city-state BGM in residential areas. But the other thing is they also added this enable normal battle music function, which is actually something I've been looking forward to having in the game for quite some time. So I just wanted to point that out, because you can now just have the game not play the battle music if you wanted to. Thank you for intervening. I do hope you have seen enough now to accept that Fukudo was right. I am not and never will be a warrior. Hakuro is my brother in name only. Now please, leave me be. Tell Fukudo that you have helped me and I once again proved to be hopeless. Alright, let us report over then. And yeah, of course, we could also turn off the mount music if we wanted to. I caught a glimpse of Kurobana heading off somewhere with a spear a while ago. Tell me, how did he fare? Not so good. Hopeless as ever, you say? Hakuro is such a fine warrior. I cannot believe Kurobana does not possess the same potential. There must be some way we can help him, surely. Have him try something besides fighting. I had not thought of that before, but it is quite an idea. It seems my mind has grown slow in my age. Not all Lupin are born fighters. Let us find Kurobana and see if there is not something else he is skilled at. I apologize for stopping you on your journey, but if you have the time to help, please let me know. Alright. Next quest. I see you have chosen to stay and help. You have my thanks. I believe Kurobana may be best suited to work that involves heavy lifting. As you are doubtless aware, the village's economy is entirely supported by rice farming. All harvested rice is stuffed into straw bags and carried to a nearby storehouse. While Kurobana may not be a fighter, he is still a Lupin, and as such possesses greater strength than most men. I imagine he could put this to use by transporting rice. I will inform the storehouse manager, Shirojishi, of the situation. Could you discuss this with Kurobana for me? I am sure your word will carry more weight with him than mine would. Alright, up the cliff we go. Ah, I see you have not left Namai. I hope you have not come to ask me to fight again. Fukudo wants me to try carrying rice? There he goes again, meddling in the affairs of others. That said, if it will help the village, I can hardly refuse. I shall go and talk to Shirojishi. And that appears to be over to the east now. Kurobana, good to see you. My thanks for your help as well, adventurer. Fukudo has already told me all I need to know. Let us start by having you carry this sack right here. It is a bit on the heavy side, but do you think you can handle it? Do not worry, Shirojishi. I may not be much of a warrior, but I am confident in my strength. He's gonna fall down, isn't he? Oof! Whatever you do, do not drop it. Kurobana strides off towards the village storehouse with a spring in his step. I do hope he is up to the task. I have seen many a man struggle to complete their first journey to the storehouse. Pray do me a favor. If he struggles along the way, give him some encouragement on my behalf. It may seem a little like a test of strength, but carrying rice is ultimately a mental battle. Alright, so he went off to the southwest, it looks like. Taking a breather? I did not expect the rice would be quite so heavy. Alright, let us psych them up. Thank you. I really wonder if there is no better way rice could be transported. I have had to check multiple times that it was straw, not a knife that was cutting into my shoulder. But thanks to your encouragement, I think I may just be able to make it to the storehouse. Oof. Summoning the last of his strength, Kurobana once again sets off in the direction of the village storehouse. It took every fiber of my being, but I did it. Who knew this would be such tiring work? Good work, Kurobana. As you have noticed, transporting rice is not quite as easy as it looks, but given time, I am sure you too will become quite good at it. Now you have had ample time for a rest. Make another 3 trips to and from the storehouse and your work will be done for the day. 3 trips? I thought that was it. Sorry, I do not think I am suited to this after all. If that is how he responds to the slightest hardship, then I do not think we will have any use for him. Pray tell Fukudo as much. Ah, Prince, I caught Kurobana trying to abandon his duties. It seems he was able to carry 1 sack of rice, but shirked from the idea of carrying 3 more. Admittedly, he is not wrong to think it grueling work. I too struggled to carry even my first load of rice. However, if you continue like this, the whole village will think you a weak-willed coward. I am sorry, Fukudo. You have my word that I will not give up like this again. Perhaps next time we should have you try a job that does not require great strength. Alright, what do we have here? I could actually use that. Since I'm still leveling my archer and machinist class. I have come to the conclusion that Kurobana might be best suited to plucking weeds from the paddy fields. Our village name is actually a local term for the arrowhead, an aquatic plant that infests paddy fields if not kept under control. This is precisely why removing weeds is such an important part of rice farming. I do hope you're up to this task, Kurobana. If you fail this time, do not expect to have another chance to prove yourself. I trust you understand the importance of this task. Do not worry, Fukudo. Weed plucking actually sounds quite nice. I have always enjoyed little odd jobs like that. I recall Hayabusa mentioning he was looking for help tending to his paddy fields. Ask if he will allow you to remove the weeds from his paddies. Prince, please accompany him and make sure that he does as I have asked. Alright, off we go. Ah, you must be the adventurer I've heard so much about. And Kurobana, nice to see you well. Is there something you would ask of me? How kind of you to offer. You can never be too careful with those pesky arrowheads. Be sure to take care not to trample any of the rice plants when you are removing the weeds. Why don't you help Kurobana with the work, adventurer? Not many travelers have the chance to experience such a core part of life in Namai. You grasp the weed's stem before pulling, right? Precisely. Do not simply remove the top of the weed, you must remove the roots as well. Well, there is nothing more for me to tell you both. Please work the patties on top of this hill for me. Alrighty. So let us fly up to here, where they are. Alright, just need one more. Where is the last one? Up here. Finished already? Let's hand them over. Fine work indeed. I see you made sure to remove the entire wheat, including its roots. I also had Hayabusa check my work, and it seems like I have finally found a job I can do. However, something did bother me a bit while I was working. It could be my imagination, but do these patties not smell a little odd? Odd? Is your nose quite alright? I tend to these fields daily and have never smelled anything strange. Honestly, I cannot fathom how you think it acceptable to criticize my patties when I have allowed you to work them. Do you make fun of people's children when you are a guest in their homes? Or are you merely moaning because you had to engage in hard labor? Frankly, it matters not. Be gone with you. I'm sorry. I did not mean it as an insult. Thank you for all you have taught me, Hayabusa. I will leave you at once. Come along, Prince. Let us go speak with Fukudo. Tell me, have we at last found the right job for you? Well, yes and no. So you were telling me that whilst the job went well, you managed to accidentally offend Hayabusa with a careless remark? Would you care to explain why you could not just keep quiet? It was not my intention to upset him. I was simply surprised by the smell of the paddy fields. Never mind. Hayabusa is a reasonable gentleman. I am sure he only reacted how he did because of how much effort he puts into his work. I will go and speak with him myself. Alright, Kurobana. I still cannot forget the smell of those patties. Something is definitely not right with them. I struggle to put into words exactly what was wrong with the odor. I just know that it was not normal. We Lupin have a heightened sense of smell. This is likely why Hayabusa himself has not noticed anything odd. Sitting here doing nothing is likely to send me mad. Prince, would you help me look into the source of the stench? Looking into the smell is fine, but take care not to anger Hayabusa any further. Do not worry, Fukudo. I promise you I will not cause any more trouble. First, I would like to visit some normal paddy fields, just to confirm I am not imagining things. Meet me by the ones to the west. As expected, the patties here only smell of, well, rice. Which leads me to think something is not quite right with Hayabusa's fields. Let us revisit the patties we plucked weeds from. And off we go. It is as I thought. These fields have a markedly different scent to those we just visited. Is the water to blame? Wait, I heard a noise from nearby. I think it came from the reservoir. Quickly, Prince, let us check if everything is alright. That can't be good. What is that foul creature? I've never seen such a beast before. Prince, please keep the village safe from harm. Alright, into combat we go. I had known you were powerful, but you might be even stronger than Hakuro. You have my thanks for slaying the beast. My days, that stench is quite something. It is the same one given off by Hayabusa's patties, only much, much more foul. It would seem that creature was indeed the source. As to how it found its way to the reservoir, one can only guess. Perhaps it lost sight of its pack and came here seeking sustenance. The proximity of Hayabusa's fields to the reservoir is most likely why his were the only ones affected. They should be fine as long as he replaces the water. Any recently harvested rice may need to be thrown away, though. Perhaps I should go check the rice in the storehouse just to be safe. But first, let us speak with Fukudo. He will know how best to proceed. Alright, back into town we go. Back so soon? I just finished explaining things to Hayabusa. There is something you both need to hear. Prince and I have found the source of the odor that was coming from Hayabusa's patties. It was a creature that had made the reservoir its home. A creature, you say? When Prince slayed the beast, it released a most foul stench into the air. I really think you should replace the water in your fields. To think there had been a monster lurking nearby the whole time. Kurobana, my sincerest apologies for losing my temper with you earlier. I was foolish to ever believe for a second the gossip about you is true. You are a fine lad. I thank you for all you have done. I'm just glad I was able to be of service to Namai. Things could have been much more serious had that beast gone unnoticed any longer. That reminds me, would you mind if I smelt the rice in the storehouse? I am worried it may have also been contaminated. By all means, I doubt my own nose would be up to the task after all. Actually, Kurobana, do you think you would be up to examining my fields on a more regular basis? If you were to learn the smells of the various diseases which affect rice, you would doubtless notice any infections earlier than any of us could. You mean to say I could continue to aid the village? I had never had anyone rely on me before. Never mind a whole village. It is somewhat daunting, but I would love to help. My apologies for eavesdropping, but... Would you mind having a look at my paddy fields as well? Akita, you would truly trust me? Are you certain? Why, of course. Do not worry. I will pay you for any work you do. I would gladly do it for free. I never dared dream that a day when I would be of use to the village would actually come. I owe the fact that it has to you, Fukudo, and to you, Prince. Thank you so much. All right. Alright, and so that clears up the first half of what is needed in order to unlock the Beast Tribe. The second half, that is over in Yangsha as well, in the Glittering Basin. And that is at 31 by 28. So somewhere along here, it looks like. Although, I believe I already cleared that one up. It's a quest called All the Little Angels, and if you have already picked up everything that's necessary for flying, you would have obtained that. Or rather, you would have already gone through the quest. So... Okay, so actually... Oh no, that was the precursor to this quest line that we just did. So, what we're actually looking for is... Let's see. Perchance to Hanami. Okay. So... 30 by 18... Which is actually... like right here? 30 by 18... Okay, here it is. Alright, so then this one does not have the quest marker, or rather the bonus feature marker on it. Kind of curious why not. Tell me, have you met the Namazu that live in Yuzuka Manor? The manor can be found to the southwest of Namai. It was originally home to a wealthy family, however they were murdered when the Empire attacked. These days a group of Namazu live there. They visit Namai every now and then, coming to trade fish with us. They had shown an interest in some of the trees around here, so I had thought to give them a seedling in return. Although the road to the manor is long and fraught with danger. Would you mind if I asked you to deliver it in my place? If you are willing to help, please collect the seedling and vial of wood vinegar from the front of Fukudo's house. The wood vinegar will help them repel insects. Please deliver everything to a Namazu named Gyotai. Alright. So, over here. Alright, and off we go. Yes, yes, you have business with us? Let's hand these over. Oh my, most sincerest thanks to the kind people of Namai. Since we began living here, we have been feverishly reading through the manor's collection of books. No easy task it was. One of the books talked of something called Hanami. It was described as tradition of enjoying the aesthetic beauty of flowers. I told the people of Namai of my fascination with the subject. To think they remembered and sent us these gifts. We shall raise this plant well so that we too can someday become Hanami. Yes, yes. Enjoy Hanami. Yes, yes. Okay. Alright, now I'm seeing a marker here for a quest. But it's not in here, it's elsewhere. Is it outside the wall? Yeah, right here. You look not as one who hails from here. May I inquire, are you a traveler, an adventurer? If so, there is a deed I would ask of you. But before we delve into details, introductions are in order. I am Gyorin. Gyorin, I am. I live in this shack with others like myself, and I, like many, have a dream. Yes, yes. I aspire to become the greatest of merchants, to be rich, to be wealthy, beyond compare. And then to have an apron made for me that is mine and mine alone. Yes, yes, that is my dream. Among the many treasures in our shack are a collection of imakimono that someone left behind. Beautiful pictures, wise words. One tells the ancient tale of a poor merchant who rose to great heights. Yes, yes. Ever since reading that, I have dreamt of doing the same. In that very tale, an able adventurer much like yourself appeared. Quite clever, quite knowing. He gifted to the merchant his wisdom, his ways, and lo, here you are. It can be no mere coincidence, it is fate, destiny. You must forgive my manners. In my excitement, I neglected to ask your name, your title. Might I have it? PrinceBrightstar, is it? Then I shall call you Prince. Yes, yes, that will do nicely. Now, where were we? Ah, of course. I was hoping to enlist your aid in my rise through the merchant ranks. I'm afraid I am quite forgetful these days. I am. My storehouse lies not far from here. Would you do me the honor of paying a visit? I keep all my wares there, my treasures, my trinkets. I should very much like to hear your honest appraisal. Yes, yes. Come then, Prince. You need only follow me. This way, this way. Alrighty then. I'll be right back with it. You need only wait a moment. Here we are, my pride, my passion. This is a collection of everything I have come together to own. It is quite remarkable, is it not? Amazing, astounding. Here we have grilled mayflies. Oh, and here's some desiccated toad. And this lovely vase here simply begs to have things placed within it, does it not? Yes, yes, it does. Well, what do you think? Come now, be honest, be true. What do your eyes see that will fetch a fair price at market, huh? Yeah, let's be honest. None. There is nothing here I would part with a single gil for. Are you sure? But I have spent days, years collecting it all. Surely there must be something of value, of worth. I can't. Nevertheless, a dream is a dream, and I shall not relent. No, no. I will find another path to greatness, another way to obtain what people desire, for I am destined to be a merchant of renown. Yes, yes. Now, bearing all that in mind, whatever shall I do? Yes, yes, I do believe an idea has come to me. Fish. People eat fish, and so it stands to reason they must buy them, purchase them. I will take to fishing to provision my own supply, my own stock. I will bring my catch to you, Prince, and with your adventuring wisdom you can tell me which fish will sell and which will not. Your kind and mine have very different tastes, different likes. Yes, yes, we do. It will fall to you to enlighten me as to which fish agree with the palates of men. Until then, I shall await you by the water. Alright, to the water then. Oh, this will not serve? It will not serve at all. No, no. I set out to fish just as we had spoken about when we last met, but I am ashamed to admit I slipped on some wet stone in my rod, my pole. It dropped. I dropped it. Lost it. Yes, yes, it is gone. And before you ask, no, no, I could not retrieve it. I am a Namazu of the city, not of the wild. To cast myself into a running river is tantamount to taking my own life. Will you help me in this, Prince? Will you find my rod and retrieve it? Return it? It is very dear to me. Yes, yes, it is. Please, I beg of you. I know not where else to turn. Alright, well then let's try to find it. Looks like it's over here somewhere. There we go. My precious pole, my irreplaceable rod. I am but half a man without it. My rod, you found it, as I knew you would. I owe you a debt of gratitude, of thanks. Yes, yes, I do. Yet, I confess, I admit, I've been thinking on things since I lost it. Yes, yes, much thinking. It occurred to me, all the Namazu I know are fishmongers. They are, each and every one. That fact led me to recall another passage I read among my imakimono. It said for one to make their mercantile mark, one must offer something no other merchant does. A new product, a new service. And so I have made up my mind. I have. I will look for another way to make my fortune. I have given it much thought, but there is something much more to give. I will return to my shack and dwell on this some more. Alright, so back to the shack we go. Prince, you may be happy to hear, joyous to hear. I have put faith in my imakimono. Their wisdom, their insight. They have led me to a new calling. Yes, yes. I have learned there is a pretty price to be paid for certain ores, certain minerals, and so I shall become a miner, a prospector. I fear I may inconvenience you again in this endeavor, as I did in the previous. I only hope you are willing to lend your wisdom again. Yes, yes. Alright. Let us grab this. I am ready to begin my life as a miner, a prospector. Yes, yes. I mean to search for my fortune, my fame. I am sure it lies to the west of our manor. I will go ahead of you, Prince, but please, do come and find me. Yes, yes. Where to look? Where to look? Prince, you gave me a start, a fright, but I am glad to see you. It was so good of you to come and visit. I am prospecting for ores as we speak, using my fortune-seeking barbels. Yes, yes, the Namazu barbel is a sensitive thing. Mine will detect where the most precious ores lie. I do believe I've found something. I feel a tingle, a twinge in my barbels. They tell me there is great mineral wealth to the north. I must go. I must away. To the north, then. It is all well and good to have found a choice mining location, but I'm afraid my hand is stayed. There are a host of nasty beasts lingering, prowling. I can't get to the ore for fear of my life. Please, Prince, you must help me. Alright then. There we are. I knew those monstrosities would pose no match for you. Yes, yes, no match at all. The way is now clear. Leave the rest to me. I will mine these lands and amass a haul of ores the likes of which Yangsha has never seen. But it will require some time, some patience. Yes, yes. You should return to my warehouse and await me, Prince. I wish not to bore you with my digging, my picking. Alright, down to the storehouse we go. Kind of a small shack, isn't it? The deed is done, finished, yes, yes, and what a haul we have. Come, Prince, and behold the fruits of my labor. Look at how they sparkle, how they shine. I have no doubt these ores will see me to greatness, to fame. I must show them to Gyofyu. Yes, yes, he is very knowledgeable about the selling of ores. His appraisal will be most reassuring. Gyofyu! I have something for you to inspect, to see. You certainly are in good spirits. What is it, Gyorin? I have been mining, and brought my first haul of findings to your appraisal, your evaluation. Tell me, how much gil will these ores fetch at market? Is that where you've been off to all this time? Well then, let's have a look, shall we? Yes, yes. You want the truth of me, yes, Gyorin? And nothing besides. Yes, yes, tell me your honest opinion. It is difficult to place a value on these ores you have. Quite difficult indeed. And that is because they are so very, very worthless. You dragged a veritable pile of garbage across Yangsha and into our manor. Worthless? But my barbels twinged. I would have staked my life that these ores were valuable. But thank the gods I did not. I suppose I must find another way, another means to make my fortune. Thank you, Gyofyu. I do appreciate your honesty, your candor. Yes, yes. Alright, let us find them back at their shack again. I used my barbells to detect the ores just like my master taught me. Yes, yes, I did. I suppose the barbells of my line are not fit for mining. Still, my dream is my dream. I will not give up yet. I will find another path to greatness, and when I do, you will be the first to know, to hear, Prince. Alright. I failed at prospecting, at mining. I was so sure I would succeed. Never have I been so disappointed in myself. But still, I will not give up now. If I do, I will never be rich, wealthy. Indeed, I have already thought of another way to make my fortune. Yes, yes. I turned once more to my Imakimono for wisdom. There I found a tale of a merchant who sold the wings and scales of monsters, of beasts. That will be my next endeavor, and I know this time it will work. Just imagining myself trapping beasts and collecting their parts made my barbels twinge. But I am just a Namazu. I have no hope of hunting these monsters and slaying them in battle. I will have to trap them, ensnare them, and I would like your help in procuring the bait I require for my traps. There are beasts known as water serpents that slither throughout the glittering basin. If you would be so good as to fell 3 of them, I would have enough meat to set all the traps I need. Yes, yes. Alrighty then, so let us make our way over to the serpents. Well, okay, here we go. Here's one of them. Okay, I see another over there. Now we just need one more, which is over here. How goes the hunt? Were you able to obtain the freshwater serpent flesh as I asked? Let's hand it over. Yes, yes, this is precisely what I need. And for my part, I've already finished constructing my traps. All that is left is to venture into the wild and set them. I do not wish to bore you with such a chore. Await me here. I shall return shortly. Yes, yes. He's gonna get stuck in his own trap, and isn't he? Yorin is taking far too long to set his traps. Perhaps something has happened. Let's go and find him. He's not in a trap, but he is lying helpless, it looks like. Thank you, my friend. You have saved me yet again. I was out simply setting my traps, and then I suppose I got a bit too excited and stepped into one of them. Oh, there you go, he did. How embarrassing, how shameful. I'm finding that an effective trap is truly a dangerous thing. Yes, yes. I do believe I must abandon this trapping endeavor. I put faith in my Imakimono and tried several ways to make my fortune, my fame. Yet none of them have gone well, none at all. I must return home and speak with Gyofu. He is very smart, very clever. Perhaps he has some idea as to what path I might tread. My failures are coming in quick succession, but I will not give up. And I hope you will not give up on me, Prince. For now, I shall return to my warehouse. Yes, yes. Okay, over to the warehouse. My wounds have been seen to, tended to. I was told they are not grievous. I owe you that blessing to you. Prince, had you not found me as quickly as you did, I fear the worst may have happened. Alright. I've got a new idea, Prince. I'll leave the ideas to Gyofu. That is my idea. Yes, yes. Please, come with me. Let us hear what wisdom Gyofu has to offer. Alright, over to here we go. Gyofu, Gyofu, I have something to ask of you. I want you to tell me all you know. That much I can do. What is it, Yorin? You're not looking your normal chipper self. I've been reading my Imakimono. They tell of so many ways to make one's fortune, and I've tried them all. Each one, every one. But I have yet to meet with any success. And so I want to ask you, Gyofu, if you were in my barbells, what would you do? Do you know of any path I can walk to quick wealth? Any at all? A quick path to wealth. I suppose there is one thought that comes to mind, but it is dangerous, very dangerous indeed. Do you know of the ruins that lie to the east of here? They were once a Garlean stronghold. Within them still remain all manner of weapons, relics from the days of war. At least, that is what the rumors say, yes, yes. There just might be some treasure there. Weapons so fine they would put even the smiths of Doma to shame. Maybe, maybe not. I cannot say for sure. But what I can say for sure is this. Those ruins and the way to them are fraught with peril. Lupin-turned looters prowl the place. Monstrous hounds called Talquan lurk in the shadows. There is no wealth to be had in death. Gyorin. No, no. You should not go to this place. Treasures, relics. It is more than I hoped for. Thank you, Gyofu. I knew I was right to ask you. It would not be a quick path to wealth if it were not dangerous along the way. That, too, was written in my Makimono. I will go to these ruins and I will find my fortune. Still, I do not stand much of a chance against Lupin and Tao Guan, and whatever other dangers may come. Of course. You'll come with me, won't you, Prince? I knew that you would. Yes, yes. Come then, let us away. So he's gonna be turning into an arms dealer then. I've no idea how I made it this far without being seen, not spotted, not smelled. Maybe I have a talent for going undetected. I wonder if this is a skill I could use to get rich. I will think more on it later. For now, let us keep up the pace. I will make it all the way to the Garlean ruins without a soul other than you and I knowing of it. Yes, yes. Alright, to the east. I've made it without a single beast or fiend taking notice of me. All too easy. But now for the hard part, to find whatever treasures will await. By the by, I did see a horde of some rather mean-looking Lupin just over there. Very nasty, very feral. So here's my plan. While I search these containers for anything worth selling, you create a diversion and lure the Lupin away from me. Yes, yes. You're an adventurer. Surely you live for quests such as this? Alright then, let us defeat the Lupin looters. They all seem to be dragoons. Alright, how's our little Namazu friend doing? The perfect diversion. Thank you, Prince. I could hear the din of battle while I searched. I wanted desperately to come and help you, but I managed to stay true to my task, and lo, I found some relics that look quite valuable to my eye. I will head back to the manor and show them to Gyofu. He will know if there is anything worth selling, and I have a feeling that this time there is. Must be. Has to be. Alright, off we go. Look, Gyofu, I've returned from the Garleum ruins, and here's my haul. What do you think? Do you see anything here that will fetch a fair price at market? You truly went to the ruins, and returned to speak of it? You're a braver Namazu than most, Gyorin. Courageous, bold. Come then, show me what you have. This piece is very fine indeed, and this one as well. A truly fortuitous find. Well done, Gyorin. Every weapon here looks to be valuable. They need a bit of touching up here and there, but yes, they will fetch you a good deal of coin. The Garleans have been flushed out of Doma, but the Domans still have need of arms to defend themselves. These weapons you've collected will certainly sell, and sell quickly. Do you think so? Truly? I finally found something worth selling? Worth peddling? Worth vending? Have you ever known Gyofu to give a false appraisal? No, your dream is at hand, Gyorin. Sell these weapons, take the coin you make, and with it you can start down the path to becoming a legendary merchant. I will, starting this day. I'm going to open my own shop. I will name it the New Rich. Customers will flock to my doors from all over Yangsha. Yes, my business will thrive and my coffers will overflow, and my barbells will guide me to greatness. Thank you for all your help, Prince. You have been with me through it all. I will not forget you when I am at the top. Okay. Alright, and the next quest appears to be over here. Are you an adventurer in need of a job? If so, I have a small one for you. Yes. There is a man in Namai by the name of Yamakage. I wish for you to find him and pass along this message. I have your daughter. Oh dear. Actually, why don't we just teleport over to there? What? My daughter? Yoshu said that? Are you sure? I always thought him to be a good Namazu. Kind and jovial. I named him among my friends. Never would I have thought him capable of kidnapping a child. Tell me, what are his demands? All the gil I have? If it is coin he seeks, there is not much I am able to muster. Please, take him a message from me in turn. If the Namazu sees fit to ask these jobs of you, they must trust you some measure. Tell him that I need time. If it grants me just some suns more, I will gather what coin I can. Will you tell Gyoshu that? Please, the life of my daughter hangs in the balance. Alright, and let us make our way back now. This doesn't seem like the kind of quest the Warrior of Light should be on. time to gather more coin. I do not even... Whatever are you talking about? My apologies, it seems my explanation was lacking. You see, I was out fishing with some friends earlier, and a young girl in tears floated upon us in a small vessel. We asked her name, and she told us she was the daughter of Yamakage. Yes, and so we brought her in and sent word to her father. She is off playing with our younglings as we speak, and very much enjoying herself, quite happy, quite joyous. I am sorry for the trouble, but would you go speak with Yamakage once more? Tell him all I have told you, and that his daughter merely waits here for him until he arrives. Alright, off we go. What did Gyoshu say? Will he give me the time I need? Will he spare my little girl? Not kidnapped. She was adrift and he saved her? Why did he not say so in the first place? I've been worried sick that I may never see my daughter again. That fool's messages are always wanting for words. From time to time, he comes to Namai to peddle his wares. He has always taken the time to play with our children, and for it, our children have always taken a liking to him. I am ashamed to have doubted him, and to have thought him capable of such a horror. I will go to claim my daughter, and to offer my apologies. Mayhap I will take him some fine tea to drown his misunderstanding. Forgive us both for getting you mixed up in this, but thank you nonetheless. Alright. And it appears we now have another quest over here. Ah, Prince, how goes your journey? I've been keeping myself busy plucking weeds and checking people's patties. Slowly but surely, I feel that the villagers are beginning to warm to me. However, there is one issue that has been worrying me of late. What to do if another beast appears seeking to harm our way of life? We can hardly continue relying on your aid. There are a few in the village that have experience fighting, but even they cannot do much without proper weapons. There is a limit to how effective farming tools can be in battle. Well, I do know this little Namazu. A Namazu that sells Imperial weapons? That could be worth investigating. Would you be so kind as to introduce us? I shall bring Hayabusa along as well. You said the Namazu lives in Yuzuka Manor, yes? We will meet you there. Alright, off we go. White Prince, to what do I owe the pleasure? I am most definitely still in possession of the weapons. Yes. I put them in storage as no one seemed even slightly interested in purchasing them. I tried selling them in Doma, but my efforts were met with great displeasure. They said my actions insulted their honor, that they never wanted to see Imperial weapons again. Even Gyofu has attested to the quality of the weaponry. No, I do not know why I struggle to sell them. I had heard rumors of this place, but I never imagined there were so many Namazu living here. Welcome, valued guests. Could I interest you in any of my wares? We are searching for a Namazu selling Imperial weapons. Well, you are in luck, for that is me. I shall bring the goods to you right this moment. Imperial guns. Even those in Namai that cannot handle a spear or a sword may be able to use these. Indeed, indeed. You seem like a Lupin who knows a bargain when he sees one. We will take them. Name your price. Enough gil to live comfortably for a decade or so should suffice. Have you lost your mind? Kurobana, Hayabusa, the village is in trouble. More of those creatures have appeared and they're ruining our patties. What? May we borrow these weapons first and negotiate payment later? The village cannot wait. I do hope you are not trying to trick me. We need to try before we buy. But of course, if you use them first, you can admire their qualities and be convinced to purchase them. You are a fine merchant, Prince. If you are friends of Prince, then you have my trust. I will receive payment once you are done. My thanks. Let us hurry back to the village. Please make sure they do pay me. I only lent them the weapons because you introduced them to me. In fact, let us both go to Namai to make certain that this deal reaches a satisfactory conclusion. Alright, to Namai we go. And we are looking for the quest over here. Ah, adventurer, you will not believe this. Our very own Kurobana slayed these foul beasts. He is truly a natural with a rifle. It was as if I was watching a veteran hunter. I am sure he is good enough to protect the village if he is equipped with the right gun. In time, he may even become just as effective as his brother. My instincts took control of me. I'm honestly not entirely sure what I just did. But perhaps you are right. With practice, I may be able to fill my role, the role my brother used to serve. What are these creatures? Ah, merchant, your weapons were exactly what we needed. The Pengho never stood a chance. I am most glad to hear that you found my wares to your liking. Now, let us talk business by that Tenkonto. So, is he gonna ask for enough gil to satisfy his life for a couple of years, or maybe he'll make a better deal? You were saying that you cannot give me enough gil to live on for 10 years? Yes? In that case, why don't you try offering something else of equal value? I fear that we may struggle to find anything you would consider to be worth that much in Namai. I risked my life to obtain these guns. It is only fair I receive something substantial for them. Could you allow some time to think? If that is truly what you require. But pray tell me, just what are those? Well, they are persimmons. Are you not familiar with the fruit? If I were to use those to make an orange dye, I could create a magnificent apron that is mine and mine alone. How about you trade me 100 persimmons for the weapons? Is that truly enough for you? Yes, yes. Do you agree to my proposal? Well, yes, I suppose we do. Prince, thank you oh so very much. These people have given me something of great value, and it was you who introduced them to me. Alright, so where is the next quest? I don't see it down there. And I don't see it there either. Okay, so it looks like this is where we actually transfer over to the Azam Steppe. So, let's make our way over to the Dawn Throne. And let us take off to the west. I believe we're looking for 17 by 37. Ah, down here. Now that quest is something that is currently locked to us, but if I go like this, the quest is now available, and that is because I have now put on my Disciple of Hand Armorer class. And that is because the new Beast Tribe is specifically for Disciples of Hand and Land. So there won't be any combat associated, but this will be a great way for you to level up your Disciple of Hand and Land classes. What happened to this guy? The Namazu before you was twitching vigorously. Though it seems to be in a bad way, it is unmistakably alive, and will probably survive without your intervention. Offer my prayers and move along. You there, wait! I am not dead, far from it, and do not pretend that you thought I was. How unfair of you to assume that aiding me would lead you to undertake a series of arduous tasks. I assure you that I require your assistance only this once. You see, fate, destiny, guided me to the Azam Steppe. But as I wandered this unfamiliar land, I became increasingly lost and dry, parched, until I found I could no longer even take a single step. Random passerby. You will be traveling to Yangsha, yes? You will find that I am most portable, quite suitable for sacks. I ask only that you convey me to Gyore at Yazuka Manor. Please, please. Are you sure it's not the rain that just made you better? Yeah, that was completely unintended. The rain just started in the area, so that I had to take advantage there. But yeah, now we're on the final stretch, which is actually going to unlock the Beast Tribe finally. My, what an oddly shaped bag you have. Let's hand him over. I am returned. Kyoshin, how did you come to be so desiccated? No, never mind that. I will bring water post-haste. You sure the rain isn't going to help? Ah, much better. There's nothing like a deep draught of the One River's water. Another half-dozen jugs and I will be most fully refreshed. First, you might explain where you have been, and what of this traveler? Have you no words for him? Such an ill-mannered Namazu I have never seen. Oh, yes, slipped my mind entirely. Thank you, random passerby. I am Goshin, Namazu artisan crafter of crafts. My deftness of Finn is second to none. Yes, he would be almost admirable were he not so careless. Why, not a fortnight ago he wandered into the path of a falling vase and was knocked utterly unconscious. Indeed, that is how I came by this head wound. It was most excruciatingly painful, and though I made a full recovery and have been in perfect health ever since, I began to have unusual dreams. Yes, dreams of my greatest grandsire standing before me, shrouded in light. He revealed that every 777 years, we must hold a 7-year celebration commemorating the birth of our tribe. Should we fail to do so, the Namazu will be most gruesomely annihilated once 7 years pass. 7 years! And so you immediately set forth on a journey to our homeland at the head of the One River, without so much as a thought towards preparation? How reckless can you possibly be? Though I do not doubt it was distressing to you. A dream is no more than a dream, yes, yes. Hasten not to judge, for profound truth may lie even in visions of the night. Who said that? None other than I, renowned member of the literati, Segetsu the Enlightened. Nice reflection on the eyes there. Oh, it's just Gyufun. Always with his face buried in a book. A walking tome of whiskers, our Gyufun. Speak not that name. No, no. I cast it aside long ago, for I have searched my soul and found my true name. Segetsu the Enlightened. Segetsu the Enlightened. How many times must I tell you? Yes, yes, your soul has a lot to say, I am aware. Did you need something? This is why I detest imbeciles. But I will waste no further words on you and your deficiencies, for a matter of great import demands our attention, the festival. In the course of my scholarly endeavors, I encountered a dated manuscript entitled The Epic of Ganon, which mentions an event that took place centuries past along the upper One River. This unforgettable spectacle, as the author describes it, was a festival held by our own ancestors. It is written that this festival marked our people's first step towards enlightenment, the advent of a civilized Namazu society. Even you must understand the significance. Though I suspect your vision is a byproduct of few too many blows to the head, reviving this tradition is an excellent idea. At long last, the Namazu will emerge from the darkness of ignorance. Our cultural renaissance has arrived. I have no idea what that means, and am not sure if I care, but if you are offering to help, then I graciously accept. Well, well, I see there is no stopping you. I will accompany you, then. But I must insist we bring another. One with more than a passing familiarity with the region. Fine. Thanks in advance. World weariness, huh? Alright, so let's speak to Gyoshin. So, how much do you know about the steppe? My word, not only have you spent many a day there, but have you also claimed victory in the Nadam on behalf of the mole? Surely there is no guide more qualified to lead us. The what? What? I can only pity you, mired in the depths of ignorance that as you are. Listen well, the Azim Steppe is home to valorous warriors known as the Zela. Were we to enter and carry on our festival preparations unannounced, we would undoubtedly be skewered and served as hors d'oeuvres, or perhaps steamed and served in a booze, as that is a rather more common delicacy among the steppe's tribal races. I would rather not be served either way, thank you. That is precisely why we are fortunate to have encountered Prince. We need only for him to escort us to the Khatun of the Mole, whom we can petition for permission to hold our festival. I see, I see. In that case, please lead us there. I am sure that my explanation of our mission will be quite convincing, most persuasive. Alright, then in that case, let us make our way back to the Azim Steppe, starting at Reunion, and making our way over to where the mole camp is. And that takes us to the north. And here we are. I bid you welcome, Kagan. Glad are we to see that the gods have brought you to us once again. And I see you're in the company of Namazu. Hello, hello. Well, you see, I know what you seek. We have already readied a location for your celebration. How did you know? Clairvoyance? Witchcraft? I but heed the whispers of the gods. They spoke of 2 disciples of creation traveling hither to hold a great celebration, one of whom would be a Namazu. Astounding! Are you perchance one of the mole's esteemed Udgun? I read of them in narrow road through the deep grass. Wait, Gyoshin must be the Namazu in question. But who is the second disciple of creation? Yeah, that's gonna be me. I'm something of an artisan myself. One shock after another. You managed such delicate work without fins? Well, physical inadequacies notwithstanding, I am sure that you would be a great help. Will you assist us, please, please? My character remembers the troubles of the Mughals. Oh, no, just no, but hell's no. Do you recall what I once told you? Stars flock to you, cherish their light. These little ones, too, were drawn to your side. Lend them your radiance, if not today, then someday soon, for all asterisms have meaning. Then it is decided. Everything is settled. Indeed, I will have you shown to the grounds we have prepared. In the west stand the rocky cliffs of the towering Still, erstwhile home of the Doro. Their abandoned structures have fallen into disrepair, but with some effort they can be repurposed. You are too kind, most considerate. I can hardly wait to see. And that now takes us to the west. Actually, it's going to take us all the way across the map, so why don't we go ahead and teleport there, since I already picked up the teleport spot at one point here. The festival grounds can be found on the plateau above. Your Namazu comrades have already made their way there. Shall I show you to them? Yes, please. Okay. And here they are. A wonderful location. Yes. These pavilions are rather dilapidated, quite decrepit, but I will have them fixed up in no time. Yes, yes, I am itching to get to work. Though the actual itching may be my fins drying out again. Who wants to carry me down to the river? Alright. I worry not for the grounds. Gyoshin lacks many things, but zeal is not among them. Attire, however... Are you implying something about my fashion sense? Oh, to be so ignorant. What you fail to realize is that festivals are not mere entertainment, but rather divine rituals. It is simply unacceptable to wear one's usual apron. Culture notwithstanding. According to Hibari's size, an account of myself, the people of Hingashi traditionally don hapi, colorful vestments resembling coats on such occasions. I can produce an illustration based on what I have gleaned from my readings. However, creating the hapi themselves is quite another matter. Alas, where my intellect excels, my dexterity leaves something to be desired. How fortunate that I am a dab fin at sewing, then. Yes, yes, I can make your design a reality. But considering the volume of detail work required, another pair of fins would be ideal. Can I count on your assistance, Prince? Thank you, thank you. Gyofu, Segitsu, the Enlightened. Can you decide what to delegate? But of course, my prodigious analytical capabilities have made it clear to me that it would be most efficient for Prince to provide components for Gyorei's use. Metal adornments, to be precise. We will find the necessary materials in the crate. Rest assured that you may devote your full attention to this assignment. Simply deliver what I requested of you to Gyorei, and we will handle the rest. Alright. Let us open the crate. You sift through the cornucopia of crafting materials and retrieve all you require for your work. Alright, into the crafting log we go. Namazu quests. And let us synthesize. So we need to progress 863. We do not require a high quality component here. So let's see here. We'll start with Comfort Zone. And then Steady Hand. And Waste Not. Rapid Synthesis. And now that I see how much that is actually adding here, we can actually probably just go fairly straightforward on this, actually. There we go. And let's do it one more time. Actually, we'll just do this time. Yeah, typically the Beast Tribe quests for Disciples of Hand, you really don't need to know that much of a rotation, but it can still be helpful. Especially when you need high-quality components to come out. You have what we need? I thought you might still be stuck in unwilling conversation with Segetsu the Enlightened. Let's hand him over. Gyoshin has made significant progress as well, and with nary a gaping wound to show for it. I expect that everything will be ready shortly. Yes, yes, so please take this opportunity to rest. Alright. So I would say let's grab the craftsmanship materia. You and Yore have made happy fit for a festival. Gyoshin has made progress in repairing the pavilions. These pavilions should be suitable housing for our large cohort of volunteers. Yes, yes. According to my vision, we must aim to attract 777 participants to avert complete and total annihilation, which means we only have 770 or so to go. With these festive happy, I am sure we will recruit the rest in no time. Please continue to lend us a fin in the coming days. Oh dear. Only 700 years remain until the Namazu are forever wiped from the face of Heidelin. 700 years. But today their ambitious plans to defy this fate are in motion. What will become of them? Alrighty, so we've achieved friendly reputation, and there are now Beast Tribe quests available. And we can also purchase items with whatever we obtain. And so with that, the new Beast Tribe is unlocked. So we finished up the main scenario quest today, we took a look at the new dungeon, we've finished unlocking the new Beast Tribe quests, and of course that is something that takes a very long time to complete, just because you have to get all that reputation with them. So this is where we're going to end things today. There is still a ton of more content to go through in patch 4.3. We've got the new 24-man raid, plus we've got the Doman Enclave, plus we've got all the stuff that's coming up in the future, although I will not be participating in the weapon raid when that comes out, just because that is essentially way beyond where I am in terms of this game. I do not participate in Savage Raids, and that is essentially another level above that. But we've also got Heaven on High coming out in about 6 weeks or so, and I will definitely be going through that. And, you know what? I may just do some chill streams for the Beast Tribes and such. So, if you've enjoyed today's content, please do make sure to subscribe and click the bell so you're notified whenever I do go live or whenever there is new video content that comes out. In addition to that, I do have a Discord. Link to that is in the description below. Once again, thank you for joining me today. This is PrinceBrightstar signing off. I'll catch you next time.